You guys sick of running on boring treadmills? Well, stick around. We've got the ATTACUS AT800 Smart Running Treadmill review coming right up. In this review today, I'm going to talk about the ATTACUS AT800 running treadmill that I've had for about 7 months. Alright, I'll move on to now where all the action happens. The running deck, with running area with a generous 51 by 152 centimetres or 20 by 60 inches with a running belt. That's 1.8 millimetres thick. It has high carbon steel kind of construction along the channels, with offers high kind of loading performance. Variable cushioning. It achieves this by bidirectional hydraulics, which essentially absorbs any vibrations. And from use, it's very stable. There's zero movement side to side, zero rocking, a very smooth kind of ride as you're stomping down upon it. The treadmill folds as per most treadmills up into a narrow kind of profile, and when it's assembled, its assembled weight is quoted as being 123 kilos. So as you can see, I've put a mat down there just to try and protect some of the carpet underneath, so we don't get those massive holes. And the dimensions, they're quoted as being 200 centimeters long by 89 centimeters wide by 135 centimeters high, including all the kind of console and structure at the front there. The AT800 comes with a generous 9-inch LCD backlit display. As you can see up on the top left, it gives us pace, distance, calories, heart rate if you're connected to the pads. We've got the program in use. We've got our incline on the left. We've got our time, our total time in the center, speed on the right. And also in this area, we've got whether we've got Bluetooth or Bluetooth connected, depending on the display. We've got our age, our weight, for calorie calculations, and we've got an incline goes from 0 all the way up to 15 degrees, for those torrid hill sessions. We've got a speed range of 0.8 kilometers an hour all the way up to 20 kilometers an hour. So when you combine that with the 15% incline, you're really working, and you may need to hang on. As most average elite runners like myself would probably be spat out the back. The AT800 comes with a center mounted fan, which is controlled by this little button on the console down here. As you can see, it's not too loud. Adjustable vertically up and down, and it provides a good little bit of airflow across your face. If you combine it with another larger fan or aircon, you're set. You're G to G. Down at the bottom right, we've got a standard 3.5mm input jack for audio, and if we come up at the top there, we've got stereo speakers. They pump out some tunes. If you so desire, you want to listen to some tunes through here. Generally, most people will throw either headphones in or look at the screen while they're running, but it's there if you need it, and the sound quality is not too bad. Yeah, the ATTACUS has quite generous and deep kind of storage holes for your water bottles, remotes, cords, cabling. There's quite generous there. You can throw towels on. I throw towels, the phone, etc. When I'm doing any Zwift running, there's no issues with spillage or leakage or things vibrating or bouncing out. The lower console has got quite a few push buttons. It's a single flex card that is easily replaced should it get any water in there or fail. So essentially, if we bring it back here, you've got on the left side, we've got the standard kind of metrics. You've got pace, step, distance, altitude, calories per hour, and your METs. You go across for a nice green quick start. The center is the all-important safety chain, which I don't think any really uses anyway, but it's designed to emergency stop the treadmill. We've got a nice red stop pause button, and we go across to the connectivity controls. We've got AMP+, we've got Bluetooth here, depending on your choice of connection. Most laptops, etc., phones will connect via Bluetooth. However, if you've got things like the Garmin HR4 that I use for heart rate, and even an AMP+ dongle on your computer, you can connect to the treadmill by either method, which gives you great connectivity, and is essentially a true smart treadmill without the need to put any other speed or any foot pods or anything like that on. So it's a bit of a tick there. It's quite easy to connect to anything, as I'll show you later in Zwift. The left arm has got your variable incline, up and down, quick keys, which are a great easy kind of thing to use, which you'll find on most treadmills, but they're conveniently placed on this one. The right arm has the variable speed controls up and down, which you can incrementally increase or decrease your speed, as is found in most treadmills as well. Great location, quite easy to use. Across the center of the console, you've got your standard kind of heart rate plates that are quite wide. Most people don't use them. They're quite hard to hang on to while you're running, and most people use a Bluetooth or a Blue Ant heart rate monitor. Like mine here, I use the Garmin HR4, which I connect directly to the watch. So you can see now, when you're looking at it on the big screen, I'm starting to move. So it's got a direct link via the Bluetooth setting up onto the big screen on the wall. So I've got it set at 6 kilometers an hour, and off I go around Mayfield. So if we go back here, see it's pretty well set up for indoor running with a big screen on the wall, and its connectivity is really easy. It takes about 30 seconds to connect to Zwift. So now I'll just bump the speed up to 14 k's an hour. You can see on Zwift on the big screen, 14 k's an hour. You hear it's not that loud. We've done the speed test with the 6 and the 20, so it's somewhere in between. It's probably about 50 dB. It's quite quiet for what it is. That just shows you the overall connectivity linked straight down to the laptop via HDMI, and fan, and as I said before, the TV. Great setting. With the Bluetooth and Bluetooth connectivity with the treadmill, you can move on to things like Zwift, like I've got in here, and come straight up as a connected treadmill without any dramas, and that's using Bluetooth or Bluetooth, which I've got disabled here. So move on to the next page is Zwift, and we'll just go Mayfield in Watopia. We'll click Run, and Zwift will load. So here we are sitting up in the main screen of Zwift at Mayfield, me stretching, doing some warm-ups, waiting to connect the treadmill. All I need to do is click Start, and it'll start to do its thing. There it is, click Start. You can hear the connection starting to walk, which you can verify the connections is good to go. Currently sitting at 10 k's an hour. Flicked it on, heavy rain in Mayfield, sitting currently at 14 k's an hour, or 4 minutes and 17 seconds per kilometre, and away you go, running around Zwift World. So that's the end of the review on the ATTACUS AT800 smart running treadmill. I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope it's given you a kind of perspective from an average runner's perspective, a guy that doesn't really run on treadmills but has begun to a little bit more. They're a pretty valuable training aid when they're used properly. I mean, nothing beats running outside and pounding the pavement or hitting the trails, of course, but if you're stuck inside due to weather or heat or anything else, you can jump on this thing, you can hook it up to a TV, on your phone, on your tablet, and you can run on Zwift. You can run on virtual running scenery that you can find on YouTube. There's so many options, and you can still get your interval sessions, get your long, slow, easy sessions done. The only downside, I suppose, for the interval stuff is the acceleration kind of stop time. It doesn't really mimic outside, but that's on every treadmill. But this treadmill is essentially a mid-range smart treadmill. Comes in about $3,000, although generally you can pick them up for about $1,600 on the sales that generally happen. So good value for money. I've had it for 7 months. I love it. On average do about 1 to 2 runs a week, weather dependent. And overall, I would give it a 1.5 chakras on the TheRunningCuz rating meter, if you can believe that. So yeah, I just implore you to get out there. If you're looking for a treadmill, you want a decent size running deck. One that provides a heap of stability, as this one does. A good motor. This is a 2.5 horsepower with a 5 horsepower peak motor. Ultra quiet, which is another deciding factor. And you don't want a console that looks like a spaceship, like a spaceship control panel. You want something that's kind of minimalist. This is not ideally minimalist. There are ones, more expensive treadmills, and ones with less functionality that you can get with a minimal control console. However, this is kind of a mix between. It's not excessive, and it's not on the other end either. So overall, I'm pretty happy with the purchase. Time will tell how long it lasts, but at the moment, 7 months in, it's given me nothing but great stomping times. If you like the video and you like what's happening so far on the channel, only 3 videos in and progressing slowly, but surely, if you like it, give me a subscribe, give me a like. It'll definitely help the video and help the channels out. And I look forward to putting some more varied kind of running content on as we progress forward and time permits. Talk to you soon.